Yo, 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 we back. Real Recognize Real, the hottest podcast in North Carolina, the East Coast. OG say down south, so we just gonna say all over this motherfucker. How's everybody doing today? We back with a new episode. I'm really excited about this episode because I got a call about an incident that happened in Greensboro. So I got a call about an incident that happened in Greensboro, and my source was like, "Who do you really need to get in touch with this woman? She got a situation going on with the police." So I actually read up on the story before I reached out to her. I actually read up on the story, and it was very interesting. So I read up on the story, then I read her post. So when I read her post, she got real detailed in the post. So I was like, man, I really have to reach out to her because the story really needs to be heard more than the post. So I felt like the Real Recognize Real podcast was a great platform for her to get on and tell her story, to really call out the police department and everybody in between that needs to be held accountable for what happened. So today we have Tamika Little with us. What's up, Meek? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm all right. So I really appreciate you coming on. Like, I know, the situation you're going through right now, and I know you're really not dealing with too many people. So I really appreciate the fact that you gave us the opportunity to have this interview, because like I said, I know you're going through some trying times right now, and I really appreciate you coming on, telling your story. So we just gonna go ahead and get into it. But before we get into it, I want everybody to see OG, my boy. Hey, smooth. I'm talking about fourth floor courthouse smooth, nigga. District court smooth.
It ain't the courthouse. It's just me. It's that real estate look. Me going downtown to the courthouse to that floor,
right?
To inquire about houses. You know what I mean? It ain't
you
going
looking
to
nice.
Court though.
You looking nice, bro. I gotta give it to you, bro.
And it ain't a funeral. You know
I know
what I mean?
That's right.
It's
I know that's right.
It's the new look, y'all.
Looking real professional, man.
Appreciate that.
So, Tamika, where you from?
High Point.
High Point, High Peasy.
Mm-hmm.
What part of High Point?
Green Street.
Green Street. Okay. Shout out to Green Street.
High Point, man. High Point still, High Point. I'd be scared to go to High Point, man. I used to be scared when them bando boys, hey, man, when them bando boys was running through High Point with all that hair on, I said, shit, I'm not going to High Point, bro. These niggas tripping.
Yeah, hey, shout out to High Point, though, man. I used to stay on High Point. I mean, when I was like 14 to like, I'm gonna say 18, something like that.
Shout out to High Point though. Shout out to my homie Melissa in High Point. Shout out to Mika Michelle from High Point, doing real big on the Tubi movies. You know what I'm saying? So
shout out to Ocean Ghosts. You know what I mean? We can keep it going. You know
yeah. Definitely shout out to High Point. There's some real ones in High Point. You know what I'm saying? So the story we want to get into with your son. Let's start. Okay, just tell me a little bit about your son.
My son was pretty laid back. He minded his business. Very humble. He ain't bother nobody. He did like to have a good time, but his joy was his daughter. Every chance that he could, that he spent with his daughter.
What's your son's name?
Laquan.
Man, Laquan, that's nice. That's odd. Laquan.
What's his last name?
Little.
Laquan Little. From the pictures I see, he a cool dude. He really remind me of myself. Like, he real, especially with the shades. He chilling. Like, he's a real cool dude. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's a real situation. And how old was he?
He was 26.
How old is his daughter?
2.
Man, that's tough. Okay, now start me from the beginning when you first realized that something's not right. Like, this is not his routine, by like whether it was answering the phone or whether it was him coming home at a certain time it didn't come? When did it first start where it's like something ain't right?
Probably within that day, like at 3:02 that morning on New Year's Eve, I got that call. But after I got to work and I was texting his phone and it wasn't going through, and then later on that afternoon around 4 is when I started to worry because he would never go without calling me.
What call did you get?
At 3:02, from the mother of his child. She was just saying that, Boy Boy was on the phone, and that's what we call him, Boy Boy.
Oh, okay.
And he kept saying that I'm in the grass. She said, but I can't understand what else he's saying, and I'm going to click over to see if you can understand him. So once she clicked back over, he wasn't on the phone. She hung up and she tried calling again. It went straight to voicemail. She hung up again and I called and it went to voicemail, and I told her I got his location, so I'll go out there and see what's going on. When I got out there on Brickford Parkway, I couldn't get inside the apartments. So we sat out there for a while, and there's another set of apartments on the other side, and we went over there and we couldn't get in there either. So I just sat in the middle of the street for about 15 minutes and nobody was coming out. So I wasn't too worried at that point because, my son comes in the house whenever. But normally when he comes in the house, he'll let me know that he's there, or I'll know that he's there. When I get up in the morning, I'll go in his room and see if he's in there. But I still didn't have any worries whenever I got up to go to work. Just later on that day around 4 is when I started to worry because I wasn't getting a response back.
So the apartment complex wasn't where you stayed at?
No.
Okay. So that's where his location was coming from.
Yes.
So you felt the mother's intuition.
Yes.
Yeah, like you said, when he wakes up in the morning, you pretty much go in there and check on him, and how I do my son. You know what I mean? Or anybody else would do their son.
Okay, so after you sat there a little bit, when did you let me call the police? Something ain't right. Let me get in touch with authorities.
When I got off work.
Okay.
I called the police when I got off work. I normally get off at 7, but then I left at like 5 that day. And I went out and I started looking for him. I went right back to those apartments and I started looking for him. I didn't see anything, so, as I was looking, I called the police and I told them that I was coming to make a missing persons report. And they told me just to go home and they would meet me at my house. And they did the report there.
So
hold on. Usually they tell you
24 hours,
that
right?
it got to be 24 or 48 hours or something like that. Usually they brush you off and say,
I wasn't trying to hear that.
You know what I mean?
No,
that,
that's right.
Well, he's a young boy and he, roaming probably, you feel me, not want to do their job, not taking it serious.
So, so after you did the police report, how were they acting? Like, was they acting concerned, or they just like kind of brushing it off?
Well, the one that came out, he was one of us. So, he acted as if he was concerned. He asked me all types of questions, everything that he needed to know to be able to find my child. It's like he didn't want to leave. I just felt like he was that much concerned. But, the other officers afterwards, I don't think that they had any care in the world. The next day was New Year's Day. I called them and I told them I haven't heard anything from anybody. Like, what's going on? My son is still missing. I haven't seen him. The lady on the phone told me there are no detectives working today. Somebody will be assigned to your case the next day and they will reach out to you. So I'm like, you mean to tell me I got to wait a whole nother day? Who doesn't work? What police officer doesn't work on New Year's? Like, in any situation that's important, like, there should be a detective there. And they said that they don't work on holidays like that. So, January 2nd is when they reached out to me, and he just didn't sound like he didn't care anyway.
Well, I feel like, especially Greensboro police, with theirs just getting killed. If something would have happened to their own, they would have been on it. You feel me? It would have been the detectives would have got off vacation, flew in just to solve the case, and I feel like it's two Americas that we living in.
Right. So when you got in, when we in the apartment complex now, Okay, what made you say I want to look in the pond?
Um, I don't know. I think the fact that the tracks was going around the pond the first time, like we seen a video and it was going around the pond, so that's what itched me to go to that. It was a different pond though. It was a pond on the other side. And so that's what itched me to go to the pond. It's those tracks. And then the fact that we saw the video footage of his car going in front of one of the apartments in the grass. So and it was by the pond as well.
So they had cameras that they let you see?
Ring cameras, yeah. The neighbors did.
So what was they saying, that it was a golf cart or something?
That's what the police officer said. Those are not your son's car tracks. Those are golf cart marks.
That's crazy.
Deep.
Okay, so when you wanted them to look in the pond, like I don't believe them are golf carts. I believe this might be my son. I need y'all to go in there and look and investigate. How was they acting then?
I don't know, because I didn't talk to them on the first day or the second day. The first day, January 1st, like me and two of my friends, we went out and we searched everywhere. Jamestown, High Point, Greensboro, we searched. We didn't find anything. The next day, which was January 2nd, I got a phone call like right around 4 something, and they said that there was already people at the apartment complex. And my nephew ended up calling me on FaceTime, telling me that they said that they're going to search the pond. They're going to get a boat out here, and they're going to search the pond. He was like, it was going to take an hour or 2 hours. So I was like, okay, well, if it's going to take that long, I'll just finish my shift up here at work, and then I'll come out there. Mm-hmm. By the time I got out there, they were still out there waiting. No boat, no nothing yet. Police still out there, and it was dark. So it was like 6, 7 o'clock. They never brought the boat. So
wow.
What the police officer came up to us and said was, the boat is not coming. There's no need for us to search the lake, because the maintenance man said that you could put a boat in this pond and he could stick a stick down there or stick his hand down there and he could touch the bottom of the pond. And that's how shallow it is. He said it's nothing but 3 feet deep.
So this dude that they asked, that he's a professional pond builder or something?
Oh, well, that was the same thing I asked him today when I talked to him as well.
So they saying the pond was only 3 feet, right?
That's what they told us.
Okay, so when did you decide, like, I'm not even trying, I ain't even trying to hear that shit. Like, a non-profit got in touch with you?
One of the girls who was stepping in to help search, which is my son's friend, she reached out to them. And this was days into the search, because we just got tired of, the police procrastinating.
Right.
She reached out to them and she told them what was going on, and they agreed to come out and search the waters. One of the waters they searched was Oak Hollow. That was the first one that they did. They couldn't do the pond that we wanted them to do because they needed paperwork. And prior to them coming out, they looked, and the property manager told them that they had to leave. She asked them what they was doing out there. They told her why they were out there, and she told them that they needed to leave. No need in you being here because the pond is not that deep. His car is not down there.
That's crazy. You a property manager. You ain't got nothing to do with this.
Do you have a lawyer? Anybody represent you?
No.
I feel like you should sue them, because they are taking advice from somebody that's not an expert. Like he didn't.
No, for real.
That's crazy. Like they didn't want to. It seemed like to me that they didn't want to do their job. That your son wasn't that important to do their job.
Yeah. What I got out of it is like you putting her on the back burner. Like all you got to do is search the pond. Like it's not that serious, bro. Just search the pond. Like it's something down there
to bring closer to a mother.
If you look, it's something down there. So it's like you keep telling her no, or you keep coming up with these excuses. Then you have a nonprofit that comes in and is doing your job. So it's like somebody got to be held accountable in the Greensboro Police Department. Period.
Is it the same people that go around and solving like murders, like Terrence brother.
Yeah,
Is it the
Winston
same?
Lake.
Is it the same people that pulled him out the lake?
You know the name of the nonprofit?
Adams Adventures.
Was that their names? I can't remember. Was that their names or not? But
They go around the country assisting.
I'm not sure if they go around the country or not, but I did read, I think, on one of their posts where they said that 8 out of 9 lakes or ponds that was searched, Greensboro police officer searched. They didn't find anything. They went back and they found 8 bodies in the water out of 9 of those searches.
so they lying. So Greensboro Police Department is lying. Period. They lying to the community and they lying to the people, saying that they searching something when they really not. And when somebody comes behind them and search, they find them bodies. So I mean, you got to hold them accountable, however way you look at it.
And me personally, I think I would have, me being a chief of police, something like that, I think that I would have, to bring a mother closure, I think I would have did that. You feel me? Like,
So did the chief of police or anybody get in touch with you?
They never called me throughout the whole 13 days. Anytime I had a conversation with them, I called them. I was the one giving them information on stuff that was sent to me. Any information I got, I would forward it to them. The detective that was on the case never called me. The chief of police never called me. No police officer ever called me.
So we need still on the floor?
Yeah, and the only thing that whenever I sent information, it was said back to me, give me the phone number of the person who gave you this information. That was it.
So we definitely need to get the SBI involved, like, because that's who over their head, State Bureau of Investigation, because they need to investigate the whole department. Like,
I think
crazy.
that would be internal affairs, bro.
I mean, somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Internal affairs.
Yeah. Somebody need to look into that. That's ridiculous. Okay, so when the dive team or the nonprofit went in, was you there or at work?
I was at work.
Okay.
I got a phone call on Monday. First off, let's back up because on Friday the 10th, I got a phone call and the phone call said that the dive team said that there is a car in the water and it could be your son's car. So I texted the detective and I told him, I said, the dive team said that there was a car in the water. He texted me back and he said, did they say that there was a car in the water or it could be a car in the water? So I said, they said that there was a car in the water and it's small enough to be my son's car. So he said, well, give me the number of the person who told you that. And I did that. I didn't hear anything from him. No more that Friday. The weekend come, it snowed. Monday afternoon come, I get a phone call and they said they just pulled something out of the water and it could be your son. So that's when I know
the detective name?
I do.
Can I ask you a question? When they pulled your son out of the water, did they apologize?
Nope. They wouldn't even come and talk to me. I asked the police officer to go get them 3 times and he said he's down there talking or something like that, he said. So I just got tired of waiting, and I blurted out, 13 days. My son has been out for 13 days. Y'all did not do your job. I yelled it out, and at that point is when they came and they wanted to talk to me.
You know, you can say the detective name if you want to. That's, I would want to know his name because I want to call him out because that's ridiculous.
Jason Payne.
Jason Payne. Let's go to his page. Let's do something. He needs to be held accountable. Jason Payne.
And then my thing is, like, if you do something wrong, you got to be held accountable. Like, or, own up to it. You feel me? Issue this lady an apology. They treat people like dogs or like people they not even human. You feel me? Like I feel like she desensitized to this shit. You feel me? Like, what's going on? You feel me? They are. You feel me? Is what I meant to say, man. Like, I feel like unless it's they people, like I said, they not concerned about us.
So that was one of the questions that we asked him today. If it was yours, would you have done the same thing that you did with my child? And he said yes, and I told him that you're lying. Y'all would have been on that nonstop, day in and day out. You would not have stopped, and your whole task force would have been on it looking for your child. So don't sit up here and tell me that you would have done the same thing because you would not have.
Did they feel like it was a sinkhole in there? You know what I mean? Like in the pond? Because it's man-made. Sometimes, if you go down there, you might get sucked up in the.
No, they didn't feel like that. They never said that. They just said it's not deep enough and your son's car wouldn't fit in there. Even on the day that we went back out to the apartment, because it kept leaking us back there. That's where we kept going. We went there 5 or 6 times. Like everywhere else, we would only search once, but we kept going back to that pond. And he called us on January 4th and said, "What are you all doing out there?" I said, "We're looking for answers. We're looking for clues." He said, "Well, the neighbors there are scared because you have 30 people knocking on doors, asking questions about what happened this weekend." He was like, "As I've told you before, your son is not out there. We seen him leave the apartment complex. That lake is too shallow for your son's car to be there."
Was this a Caucasian neighborhood?
No, it's
So why would neighbors be scared? I mean,
those neighbors wasn't scared. It was
He
the
just
apartment
saying
manager.
something. Yeah,
It was
so,
the
yeah,
apartment
that was
manager that called.
that was a
Right.
tactic that he
Right.
was using.
Because the neighbors stopped us and they told us that they hope that we find my child. And the ones that had footage, they was giving us the footage. They was even letting us watch it on their ring phone. They invited us in the house. So it wasn't the neighbors that had the issue. It was the white lady in the office that had the issue.
But he sat up there and said we seen the car leave, so that was
That's
a lie.
what he said.
That's
That's what
a
he
lie
said.
right
And
there.
I asked him, "Are you sure that's my son's
Now,
car?"
can I ask a question? Like, as far as like, what type of? You say you had a good son. Was he into sports and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like, how did he come up? Did he have any felonies? Because people, they might look at him like, oh, he had a record or something
He
like
did
that.
have a
you know what I
record.
mean?
He had a record.
But that don't
my
mean that
son's-
you still got to do him
Right.
like that.
Correct.
That don't mean nothing.
Yeah, we
My
all got
son's
records.
charges are not his charges, so he's not going to snitch on
Right,
whoever gave him the charge. So he took the charge and he did the time. So I mean, I'm not going to hide that or deny that, but my son was a good person. He would give you the shirt off his back if he would give you his last. Like, he was very humble, quiet. He didn't bother nobody. So I mean, everybody has a past.
Everybody.
Right. No, that's
So-
right.
Hey, I'm a felon too, so
We
when
are felons.
Yeah, when I say that, you know what I mean, like I said, they can overlook him. Or man, he's just another one. You know what I mean? Another statistic being a black man,
And it's like
scary.
that's what they doing. That's
Yeah.
what they did.
It's scary, like you said. If it had been a little white girl or something like that, you feel me? It'd have been high profile all over the news. You feel me? Like, they wouldn't have stopped until they'd have found it. They'd have brought the dogs out. They'd have brought everything out.
So
Did
what-
they even do that?
No,
Crazy.
nope.
Come on, Greensboro. If somebody running
Got
from
to
them
do
in a
much
high
better.
speed chase, that's the first thing they're gonna do is bring a dog out.
Jason Payne. We gotta find him.
It's more than just Jason Payne. We want to know his supervisor name,
all of that.
all of that.
But he's the head detective.
Let's-
So like,
And that was the only case that he had.
Man,
so what kind of car was your son in?
A black 2009 Honda Civic.
Okay, a small little car. So now, what I didn't appreciate, because of course, I hadn't met you yet, and I seen the story from the other guy that have the blog site, whatever you call it, and I found it like real disrespectful how, he got on his platform talking about, they found the car in there. They believe that it's him. And it's like, bro, you don't even know what's going on enough to put this story out there. Like, let his mom tell everybody what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was real disrespectful. That's why when I reached out to you, I said, yo, we have no affiliation with him. We don't know this dude.
not at all.
Nothing. And I felt like that was real disrespectful that he did that, because you going through this for 13 days, losing sleep, and when you're dozing off, probably your phone ringing and you feel like it's him. Like, man, that's just a situation that no parent should want to go through, and my heart definitely goes out to you. So when you got the call that say, we found a car in the lake, you got off work, rushed off work?
I did. It was 11 o'clock. I left work and I went out there.
Did you feel like it was him?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. But days before, like I went to the police department and I told them, like, I just don't feel like my son is with me anymore. And I would appreciate if y'all could search the pond. And he just kept telling me, like, there's no way that he's in there. The same thing, like it's too shallow. It's only 4 feet. You know, it's no way. So that's when we just took it upon ourselves to call the dive team to come back out.
Yo, if y'all know anybody out there that's a good lawyer, she need a good lawyer, man, so she can sue the Greensboro Police Department. You feel me? Because I feel like that's not cool. You know what I mean? Me being a parent myself,
Right.
if I have intuition that my son is somewhere and you telling me that he's not in there and they find him, you don't issue me a public apology or even call me to help sue me, you just give me your ass to kiss, we not having that.
Facts.
So let me ask this: do you feel like it was foul play?
I feel like something happened. I'm not sure what. So I can't really say on that.
Because I know when I talked to you, you was like, that's not my son to just, do something like that.
No, he's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But I do feel like something happened. But I just can't. I don't know what happened.
Man, and
You have any more kids?
I have 2 other boys.
So how does that, make you feel like, losing the child and your other 2, like what kind of strain does that put on your other 2 kids?
are they older or younger?
22 and 20.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
they're
younger.
Yeah.
How they taking it?
It was hard for them when we couldn't find them. Now that we found them,
Closure.
yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Do you feel like they need counseling, anything? Or you thought about you as a mother? Do you feel like, you need some counseling?
I feel like I need time.
Right.
Counseling, I don't think I have gotten to the point to even think that yet. It may be down in the future, but I just think I need time.
Right now, but I think that she needs, like, you need to be around other mothers like yourself. You feel me? Like, because me or Hootie Mac, we can't tell you how I feel.
Right.
You understand? Like, like I feel like it'll be helpful to you. You feel me? Whenever you feel strong enough to find groups like that. You feel me? So y'all get together and
you're right.
and talk about it. You know what I mean? Because you're not the only person that's going through this. You feel me? And it's a lot of mothers out there that feel the same way you do. You know what I mean? And I think that y'all can benefit from helping each other. Go through whatever y'all go through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I definitely, want you to go through this thing by yourself. And like you say, after time, I feel like you should be around someone who can give you some encouraging words that's done been through the same thing or that's done, lost a child to a tragic incident, whether it be a killing or whether it be, anything of that sort. Because, like I said, my heart definitely goes out to you. I was scared to even reach out to you. I was scared to even call you because I was like, man, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't even know the first words to say. So when I emailed you, the words kind of was just flowing and it was just like a long message. But my heart, like I felt like I needed to say what I needed to say, and I felt like I needed to send my condolences out to you. I didn't want to seem like I wanted to be nosy and bring you on the show. I really wanted to bring you on the show to get some awareness and call out this police department because it was completely wrong the way they did you. Like, I never heard of a story or an investigation that was so lack of police presence, man. I never heard of this. The response they was giving you when you was calling them for them to say, there's no way, and
off of maintenance man.
Right.
Going off of maintenance man work, somebody that's not qualified to even give an opinion.
Not only that,
right
they
there.
said that they also called, so they was taking the maintenance man's word at face value is what they said. And also they said that they called the Greensboro the Greensboro Fire Department, and the chief of police came out there and they had divers, but they wouldn't let them go in the water either because they said that it's not deep enough.
That's crazy. Like, that's crazy, bro. Like, how can you do just a diver just go in there and let's just see. Let's just be on the safe side and let's just see what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I want to know. Like, ain't nobody like, as far as like you said, going off face value, man. Ain't nobody.
That's ridiculous.
Ain't nobody. To me, it seemed like didn't nobody care. You feel me?
Yeah.
From the jump. You feel me? Like, oh man, ain't nothing in there.
Yeah.
She's just losing her mind. You feel me? Like I said, what brought you back to that same spot as that female intuition?
Yeah, mother's intuition.
A mother's
right.
intuition about a child. You feel me? Like, that was God guiding you there. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that you didn't give up.
Right.
That right there.
Never give up on your babies, bro. You feel me?
And
Never.
the fact that like a diver should have like, you know what, I'm gonna go anyway. I'm here. I have on all this equipment. I'm gonna go anyway just to make sure that nothing is down there.
How deep was it?
7 feet.
That's enough for a car.
Right.
Exactly.
The hell they tripping?
So they was speculating again, saying 4 feet, but it's 7 feet.
I even told them that the diver said that pond was 7 feet deep.
Damn.
And still, my son stayed out there all weekend while it snowed until the next month.
If y'all know any lawyers, please hit us up.
Yeah, anything that y'all can do to. We need to spread some light on this. We need a whole investigation done on this because it was like OG said, if it was one of theirs, oh man, you know, they had a whole city shut down, like you say, with dogs and everything.
That's the thing, that the fact that they didn't bring dogs to look for your son in the spot that he was missing in, and you getting people doorbell cam and they giving you the videos. Like I said, if a black person running from a dog, the first thing they gonna do, I mean, if they running from the police, the first thing they gonna do is bring the dogs.
Right.
I requested that as well. And what they told me was, being as though your son's car left the complex, the dogs can't pick up a scent when somebody is in the car. So at that point, everything is lost.
There's got to be a lawsuit. Ain't no way. There's got to be something.
You got you
I'm not.
Somebody say Ben Crump. Write it down, Ben Crump.
No, Ben Crump, he the face. He that's the black guy with the bald head that be on every. When the police killing a black man, he the dude that.
Man, this shit high profile.
I
this is a high profile shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? They trying to sweep this shit up under the rug. Right is right. You feel me? Like, how would you feel if somebody loved one? I mean, if it was your loved ones, bro. You feel me?
Right.
In that situation,
Yeah.
like, I'd be teed up. You feel me? I'd be ready to beat one of them up. I'm not me as a father. Man, I'd be ready to fire one of their heads up.
Yeah.
Like,
But I want to see justice done as far as something happening to them. Just not getting on camera and saying this and that, but as far as, look, this is what we gonna do. We finna write this up. We finna go down here and we finna see if we can charge somebody with something. Like I said, I really don't know what the charge can be or the lawsuit stipulations, but something, I feel like something can be done.
I might be crazy, but it seemed like somebody trying to cover something up. You feel me? Like, that's what it seemed like to me. I ain't lying to you. Or somebody knew somebody that did it. You know what I mean? That's what it leads. That's what it leads me to believe. You feel me? Like, I hate to say that.
Yeah, I also feel like they tried to cover up one mistake with another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew this brother didn't leave this complex. Like, where did you even get that story from? Cause obviously you ain't see it on nobody camera, cause the car's in the pond.
Exactly.
So obviously he didn't leave. So where did the miscommunication comes in at? And like you said, every time she called, it's like, what's the person number? He probably ain't even following up with that.
Is his father alive?
Next question.
Yeah. So it's just I don't understand it and I don't feel right about it. You know what I'm saying? And like, we need somebody to really stand for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you say, obviously his dad ain't nowhere around. So we really need somebody to really back her up on this legally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just how I feel about it.
So quick, let me have a question. Did you receive an autopsy report?
Yes. Well, I don't have the report. What the police called me yesterday and said that they were ruling it as an accidental drowning.
Damn. Right. It's like you know that, and that's sweeping it up under the rug,
Right.
man. That's like we're not, you know. It's like they trying to close the book on it as soon as possible, and that's something I feel I don't feel right about. That's something we can't have. Like, we got to keep this story alive. We got to keep it hot. And like I say, something needs to be done about this brother, man.
Did you go back to the news people?
Yeah, how they? Yeah, tell me about the news people. What are they? Are they?
They called me to do updated. The last one I did, I think, was with Fox 8, I believe. But they're just wondering, like, how the car got in there. Just for me to tell them, like, how my son was now that he's been found.
Did you tell the news people exactly what you told us? That you told them in the beginning
Yes.
that your son was in there?
Yeah.
So they
know
just swept
that.
it up under the rug?
You know, they all work together, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You know, the news people and the police. You know, they all stick together.
That's
So
crazy.
that's another reason why I really wanted you to come on the show, because you know we don't give a damn about no authorities. We don't care what they think. We don't care how they feel.
You as a mother, what do you want to see happen?
I want them to be held accountable. I think that they
Amen on
dropped the
that.
ball. I don't think they did their job. And I've told them this several times. Today I told them this, that y'all dropped the ball and you didn't do what you were supposed to do to serve and protect us. So, you know, my son could have been found 12 days before that.
Right.
And y'all stalled it out, and 13 days later, he's where I wanted you to check the whole time.
So you talked to him today?
I did.
Oh, okay. So like, what is the conversation now? Did you call them?
They called me in, wanted to talk to me about everything since they had got the results of the autopsy. So what they're saying is they're not going to pursue anyone because they feel like it was an accident. It just went back and forth to me telling them that they didn't do their job, and I felt like that they were wrong. They could have did more than what they did. You know, any place that we searched, we only searched it one time, but it kept leading me back to that place. Why do I go back to this place 5 or 6 times?
Right.
You know, it had to be something that wanted me to tell you to search that place, and y'all never did.
And me, I feel like they trying to cover it up. You feel me?
Right.
Because they know that they messed up.
Yeah, they know they
you
messed
feel
up.
me? Now, like, I don't want to. You need to stop talking to them. You feel me? Like, stop talking to them when they call you. Tell them to talk to your lawyer. You feel me?
But that's the thing. That was the first time they ever called me. I never received a call from them since then.
And that was today. And they didn't even say, I'm sorry. You feel me? You was right the whole time. I apologize.
Took no accountability.
Accountability,
That's
man.
the thing right there. No accountability.
Accountability is everything.
Right.
These the
Right.
people that we swear in. And, you know, government officials, you feel me? Like, come on now.
You know, their reaction is just that, you know, they didn't search it because the maintenance man told them it wasn't deep enough. That's what they kept saying.
Man, this man ain't got no type of degree in criminal justice or nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so like, but like you said, OG, besides the detective getting held accountable, the chief of police, the chief, needs to be held accountable too, because he's the hierarchy.
Facts.
So these are the employees up under you that's making these mistakes, like these large mistakes. And I feel like the chief of police need to be held accountable also, whoever he is.
Hey, y'all, but look, like I said, I feel like, you know, us as black people, this happens more often than none. You feel me? Like, so, hey,
And the more we
become numb about it.
Right.
You feel me? Like this shouldn't be life. This shouldn't be normal.
Right.
This shouldn't be normal at all, y'all.
and
Feel
that's
me?
why we have to get on these platforms like we are and call them out, man. Like, we're not scared of them. You know what I'm saying? So we need to really call them out, because we got this sister right here who's done lost, you know, a son, her oldest son, and it's like she's not getting no answers, you know? And it's like, you know, 2 sons younger than him done lost a brother, and, you know, the daughter done lost a father. Like, it's a lot of people that's hurt behind this tragic right here, you know? You know, this woman went 13 days, man. 13, bro. 2 weeks. Like, come on, losing sleep and not eating and come on, bro.
Bro, I gotta give her a shout out. You feel me? Because she's strong enough to come on here and talk about it. You feel me? Like to me, I think this is therapeutic, and like me, I think I'd be soft. It'd be hard for me to get it out. You feel me? I'd be so emotional. You feel me? Like, you're a strong black woman. You feel me? And you know, I salute you for that. You feel me? Like, and your kids, you know what I mean? Like, it sounded like they was pretty close. You feel me? And I know they're gonna take it rough. You feel me? And they gonna probably act out and do things. So that's why I'm trying to bring a psychologist on. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? She gonna be on board. So when stuff like this happen, instead of just talking about it, we have somebody that can actually help.
Cause I read every post about your son. Like I just read one the other day that said if I knew this was gonna be the last time. I read that post. I read all of them. You know what I'm saying? Him having on the tuxedo with some shades standing against the wall. Like, I'm like, bro, little bro look cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it definitely reminds me of myself. And you know, by you coming to show you a strong sister. You know what I'm saying? By you just coming on here telling the story, and we're behind you 100%. If you ever need to come back, if you ever need to do anything that we can do to help, hell, we'll come down to Greensboro, live stream. Like, if you ever need us, we're definitely there.
Your son was smooth. He wasn't never that smooth. He front like he was talking
Man,
about. He
was
remind me,
smooth. I
you
was
damn
smooth,
like
nigga.
he
I
was
was
smooth as
smooth.
hell.
Man, when
He
the
was
sun-
smooth with it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
When the son had on them shades, I say, oh
Who the
yeah,
time
yeah.
He remind me? No, the hell he don't.
Homie was smooth with it,
Nah,
bro.
just bullshit with you,
That's
bro.
why
Had to get
man,
off on him.
you know, so I really, like I said, we really stand behind you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For
So
sure.
100%.
I don't know what's the next step, but whatever it is, if you ever need our help on anything, like I said, we definitely there for you.
Most definitely.
So what is the next step? Have a homecoming been? Homegoing?
No, that's not been done yet. They
Okay.
actually just got his body back from Raleigh. So they just told me that they have to work on him in order for us to have a open casket. So I don't have a date.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting on a call from them.
Okay. I definitely would love to attend the homegoing. I mean, I definitely come down and support, and like I said, whatever you need from us, we're there. But I just definitely, I don't have any sons. I have a daughter. I just want you to stay strong. Like, it's so easy to go into, that state of depression, and, I'm glad you're going back to work, you know what I'm saying, to get your mind off things, and I know it's hard. I know it's tough, and I know it's hard, and I just commend you on just, staying strong. Because when you walked through that door and sat down, I would have never thought that you lost a son. So, and that's a good thing, because you definitely keeping it together in the public. Now, I know how it is behind closed doors, and, when you're laying in the bed before you go to sleep, I can imagine how it is. But I just want to tell you that I love your willpower in the public. And, when you're mourning for somebody, there's no time limit. You know what I'm saying? That's your son. So it's no time limit. And that's why I feel like somebody really needs to be held accountable for it, because if it was like OG said, if it was theirs, if it was their son, their daughter, whatever, they'll have the whole city locked down, until they find them. And I feel like the same opportunity should have been gave to you.
And I want you to do me a favor. Can you shout out your husband? Because, he going through it with you.
I want to give a shout out to my husband, Rondell Evans. He has been a good supporter. Always there asking me if I need anything, letting me know that everything is going to be okay. So he has been good when it comes to this process right here.
Shout out to Rondell, brother. When I meet you, I want to shake your hand, brother. Shout out. Thank you for being there for as a strong brother to a strong sister, man, because it's definitely needed. So I definitely commend you on that.
Shout out to Ron there. Give my boy a round of applause.
For real.
Y'all give my boy something.
For real. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Take a strong man,
Yeah.
for real. Like,
Yeah.
and you said that's your husband, you feel me? So I know he's taking it rough, you feel me? Like,
And for
so,
and there's no, when there's no such thing as step kids or bonus kids. Them are, them his kids also. So I'm pretty sure that he's feeling the same emotion. So shout out to that brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I know as a brother, I want to walk up in that police station and just slap the hell out of the first person because y'all could have did better, man. Y'all could have did a whole lot better than what y'all was doing. So as a man, I'm glad he keeping his head together, not going in there flipping out on him and getting locked up, catching a charge, because, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he's just being there for you, supporting you, and emotionally and physically, and I definitely appreciate him for that. Like I said, I don't know the brother. I would love to meet him one day, but I definitely commend him on the job that he's doing. Because you definitely walked in this building, with your head held high. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the next move is trying to get a lawyer and seeing what we can do to help somebody accountable, to get somebody kicked off the force, get somebody suspended, get somebody, knocked down to desk duty, something.
This is what I do know, too. Like, if she do get somebody to represent her, she got to do it from out of state, because in state they all work together. You see what I'm saying? The state is the state, you know what I mean, and the government is the government. The feds is the feds. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely. But I do know
they all play golf together.
Yeah, they definitely do. So you got to go outside of your state, to probably get a lawyer,
right?
Because they not trying to go against their own people that they got to see every day. You know what I mean?
That might be why we might need to reach out to Ben Crump. He being out of state, he being a high profile attorney, because like I said, we need something done, man. Like literally.
Yeah.
Like
yesterday.
So do you have any do you want to shout out anybody?
Yeah, I want to shout out the whole Boy Search crew. I had strangers come out. I didn't even know these people, but they all came out. They volunteered their time. They didn't leave until I was ready to go, and it was dark. They came out in rain. They came out in snow. So I want to shout them out. I want to shout out my best friend, Latasha Mills, my best friend, Millie. They were a big help. And also my sister, Pooh, she's a big supporter as well.
Somebody named Tamika Smith said, "I love you, sis."
That's Millie.
Oh, that's her. Okay. She just said something. Okay.
Yeah, so
I was waiting for a pause to tell you that. Okay. What up, Millie? See, I gave you that shout out, Millie. We good. We good.
So yeah, I have a lot of supporters behind me. So it's everybody say I'm strong, and that's because I've always been the strong one of the family. But like y'all said, I do have my times when I do sit there and I do
You're
think
human.
about it.
Right.
Yeah, so
right.
my friends are there to pick me up and give me encouraging words, so that helps out a lot as well.
Good support system. So what's up?
That's
Yeah.
good.
You got any shout outs, bro?
Well, you know me, man. Let me give a shout out. Definitely to Meek. I can call you Meek now. Your family. So definitely shout out to Meek for coming on to the show. And like I said, I commend you 100%. Shout out to my co-host. You know what I'm saying? My co-host Lee to go out of town. Where you going?
We going next week. I don't want nobody to know. You might break in your shit. Right. Fixing my sandwich.
Right.
I'm going out of town next week.
I know that's right. But definitely shout out to my boy, him and his wife. Safe travels wherever they going and whenever they leaving. How about that?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Better. I like that better.
Yeah. Right. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting us. The strong support has been crazy in the last week. You know what I'm saying? So I hope we definitely doing something right by the people we bringing on. It just ain't all about me and OG sitting up here talking about current events or whatever. We really want to bring some substance to the community as far as calling the police out. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't care on Real Recognize Real. If you wrong, you wrong. I don't care who you is. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't running from nobody, and there ain't nobody checking us. So we do what we want to do on here. So
Jamar said that they gonna email Mr. Crump with this link.
Yeah, let's email them.
Shout out to Mr. Crump.
Yeah, let's get in touch with them. Let's email them. Let's get this ball rolling, because it don't stop after these cameras go off. Like, it's really, that's really when it's finna get started, because we really finna, stand behind them. We really finna back her. So whatever we got to do on our end, we definitely gonna get it done. And all our viewers, y'all see what's going on. So if you got an inside connect, if you know how to email somebody, let them know. Like, and we gonna definitely play our part. Shout out to my daughter. Shout out to everybody, my sister, my niece and nephews. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for watching me and my brother. I appreciate it. My cousins, AJ Lando, thank you for all your help. You know, I really appreciate y'all also. You know, we just we just keeping it going. And shout out to them Cannon boys. You know, I swear for God, I call them last minute every time, man, and they come through. You know what I'm saying? They come through for us, and without them, it definitely wouldn't be no us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your cousin over there too, Cuzzo. Appreciate you. Word up. Who you got shout outs to, brother?
Well, first of all, I want to thank God, you know, for waking me up this morning, giving me breath in my body. And, you know, I want to shout my wife out, my lovely wife, Leah Galloway, and I want to shout my kids out, you know, my support system. And shit, I just want to shout out everybody that watch us and support us, share, like, subscribe. You know what I mean? I want to thank the Cannon boys, like my boy said, because if it weren't for them, shit, this shit wouldn't be oil like it's oil. They keep it good and oil. You feel me? And keep y'all with great content. And like I said, I'm just want to thank God for everything, man. And shit, that's it. That's about it.
Still special shout out, Purple Hearts for Naomi, the fighter. You know, definitely Purple Hearts for her. She still thought about in our prayers. The family, Ro, Jamie, you know, Jazz, Terrier, Mo, Jay the Kiss, everybody on that end. You know, just because it's another episode, we still got y'all in y'all prayers, you know, in our prayers. So definitely shout out to y'all. You got some shout outs, brother?
Shout out to the show. Everyone is on it. Y'all be safe. I love y'all.
For sure.
We got to do Blue Hearts for
Boy, Blue Hearts. Okay, I'm glad you told me.
Give Blue
We
Hearts.
got that running right now.
Yeah.
We had that running, yeah. Had that running.
Blue Hearts for Boy, man. Like I said, I didn't know the brother, but the brother seemed like a real down to earth, cool guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he one of us. You know, got a couple felonies, did some time. That don't mean nothing out here. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely one of us out here, because we definitely got felonies and got into our trouble in our days too. So that don't mean nothing. We got our own brand right now, so that ain't stopping shit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely Blue Hearts for him. And I just want to thank you again for coming on.
You're welcome.
Me, anytime you want to come back on, anytime you need your voice to be heard again, you have my number. You know, I'm only a phone call away. So definitely come back if you need to. But it definitely doesn't stop here. Like, we really want to see some justice done. We really want to see some people held accountable. And long as I'm here, you got my support.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Real recognize.
Tierra said so to y'all, because y'all are the realest. For real, I respect y'all.
Already.
Hey, now, that mean a lot. You know what I mean? Coming from, you know, people in our city and, you know, surrounding areas,
Who said
man.
that? Who said that?
I just said it. I can't even see now.
Oh, it done went up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Real recognize real, man. Y'all be sure to like. Y'all be sure to subscribe.
Tierra.
Y'all be sure to Tyria. Who, Tyria?
Yeah, I can't see. Yeah.
Oh, Tyria. What up, Tyria?
Can't see.
Yeah. That's road daughter, Tyria. What up,
Hey, y'all, I
Tyria?
cannot see y'all. Y'all see me squint with glasses on. That's bad. I'm telling you. Then I ain't been wearing my shit.
Yeah, you gotta
You gotta wear them or you'll go blind.
Stop getting your glasses at Flea Market Hour 3.
Well, shut up, nigga. See what it is, nigga. Say what you want to say.
Real recognize real, man. Y'all be sure to like. Y'all be sure to share. Y'all be sure to subscribe. We ain't going nowhere. The realest podcast in the world, I promise you. I love y'all. Till next time.
Definitely, man. We out.
We out. Chill.
Yeah.